Welcome to Boys in the Burgh,
Ooh,
the spooky podcast hosted by Spooky
we're
Boys.
so spooky.
I am Carissa Speranza.
I am Spoopy JJ.
Guys, you're scaring me.
And you might have heard a little voice. It was not a boy, it was a girl. It is one of the original girls in the Burgh. Her name is my lovely wife, and also we cannot forget dog mom, Carissa Speranza. Did you want? How about Spooky Anza?
How about
I like
Fall Anza?
Because I'm
What?
How about Fall Anza?
Fall Anza.
autumnal Anza.
Autumnal.
How about Spur Autumn? No,
Ooh.
never mind.
I think we should move on.
That got a little bit dicey.
So the reason why we have a special guest with us today is because we are here talking about a very special event that happens at Kennywood called Kennywood Phantom Fall Fest, formerly known as Phantom Fright Night. But we had to add kids. We had to make it nice for them.
But we'll still serve beer.
Yeah, we'll still serve beer. So yeah, that is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. And if you want to hear about other Kennywood stuff that we've talked about before in the past, we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Boys in the Burgh. And we can listen to us and watch us on YouTube and Spotify. And you can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave a 5-star review. Leave a comment. Press that subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds to do it. And if you listen to 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 5 hours, thank you. 5. I don't know.
That was good. That was good.
Hit me for a second.
Nah, you're all good. I am just a scary man today. I'm Speranza.
Very passionate. Very
And
passionate.
I'll also have a little bit, like at some point in the show, we'll talk. I got some really cool Pittsburgh spooky movie stuff I found. That'll be our this day in history in Pittsburgh, just all about spooky movies that were filmed here.
Yeah, actually, I want to do the opposite. I want to start off with that.
Do you?
I want to hear you. We always start our episodes with the Pittsburgh history and everything like that. And in honor of Batman and Michael Keaton being on the Pittsburgh Walk of Fame and his name being spelled differently, we have to talk about Pittsburgh movies.
That
They
was
misspelled his name?
No, they misspelled
Yeah.
it.
They didn't misspell his name under the star, but they misspelled his name like in the description on the plaque.
Michael Keaton?
Micheal. They messed it up.
Pittsburgh.
That's so funny. I'm so happy they did that too. That was really cool to see all the like Pittsburgh legends, you know?
They better never change that name. They got to keep it like that.
And we'll
Commit to
see.
their mistake.
But
So
I want to hear more.
yeah, so have you two ever heard of the director George A. Romero?
No.
I have not.
Is it George A. Scaremaro?
It might as well be. So this guy, he was born in the Bronx, New York, and he went to Carnegie Mellon University, and he worked a little bit making commercials with Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, and he eventually ended up directing a movie called The Night of the Living Dead in Evans City.
Monroeville Mall.
Close. So that's in the series. The Night of the Living Dead was shot in 1968 in Evans City. Have you ever heard the quote, "They're coming to get you, Barbara"?
No, I haven't. Is that a Pittsburgh thing I should know?
Yeah, it's one of the most famous lines in like spooky movie history. But it was shot in the Evans City Cemetery. There's a museum in Evans City commemorating the movie. It's a really big deal. There are like 7 different movies. I think there's like 6 different movies in this franchise. But number 2, Dawn of the Dead in 1978, that was shot at the Monroeville Mall.
So Night of the Living Dead is not Dawn of the Dead. And Dawn of the Dead is not Night of the Living Dead.
Nope. And then there's Day of the Dead and Land of the Dead and Diary of the Dead.
This one was shot in Uniontown. This one was shot in Blawnox.
I feel like I watched Dawn of the Dead. It had Dawn in the name.
Was it scary?
It was. It was very off-brand for me. But I
It's
was with
good.
other people.
It's a really good, like, it's a walk down memory lane because it's Monroeville in the 70s, you know? So it's like got a lot of old nostalgia. Day of the Dead was the 3rd movie in 1985. That was shot in Wampum, Pennsylvania. I can't remember where Wampum's at. I just know the name. Land of the Dead in 2005 was shot in downtown Pittsburgh. And then there was a remake in 1990 that was shot in West Mifflin and in Washington, Pennsylvania. So George Romero was all over the place. He did The Crazies in Evans City, Martin, which was shot in Braddock. And Martin, I wrote down this one because the story was about a guy who left for Indianapolis to Pittsburgh, and it was his story on the ride over.
Well, I can relate to that. I know that for a fact.
And then Creepshow was shot in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, Carnegie Mellon University, Shadyside, Fox Chapel, and it was the first Stephen King movie that Stephen King wrote for.
Is there a new It TV show that's out right now?
I want to say, Wampum is where Katie grew up, like around that area. So like way north Pittsburgh. I think there is. Katie was on the televisions earlier, and I think I saw it pop up there. That's actually kind of cool.
Now, okay, are you a scary movie person? Like, will you sit down and watch it? Are you a classical scary movie person, or blood and guts, like Art the Clown kind of person?
I have recently been listening to a podcast this past year called Random Horror Podcast number 9, and they roll the dice, and whatever scary movie pops up, that's what they watch. And that's what I've been, listening to and watching. So I've watched everything from like Over the Garden Wall, or what's the movie of the mouse that oh gosh, never mind. I've watched like children's movies basically all the way to Terrifier and Art the Clown, and I like them all. They're really fun to watch.
Is Terrifier really that bad? Like, are people really vomiting in theaters from watching that stuff?
It's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad.
So let me tell you the scare factor that's in the Speranza household. We have watched almost all of the Halloween Town movies. And what was the Hallmark movie, Carissa?
Haul Out the Halloween. It's new this year. It's a spin-off of Haul Out the Holly, but it starred Kimberly J. Brown and Daniel Kuntz, who starred in Halloween Town, the Disney Channel original movie Halloween Town.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
They guest starred in it, which was very cool. So that's why I was excited. And Gretchen Wiener from Mean Girls is like the lead actress.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and there's several like Mean Girl like hints in the movie, which were hilarious when they happened because they're so obvious. It's very funny.
Look at you guys watching like spooky movies. I'm impressed.
Oh, they were not.
They're not spooky.
They're not spooky
this
at all.
Haul Out the Halloween was basically a Hallmark Halloween Christmas movie. Like if they took I can't talk. If they took
do you need me to give like a 5-second summary?
No. They plug in like here's where conflict is. Here's where this happens from like the Hallmark movies, and they just put Halloween in it. That's it.
Are you sure? It's a riveting plot. The husband is the president of like the HOA in their community, and they normally just decorate for Christmas, and they banned decorating for Halloween in the community because her grandma died a long time ago, and her favorite holiday was Halloween, so they stopped doing Halloween for like a decade, and then Kimberly J. Brown and her husband moved into the neighborhood and were very spooky, and they brought Halloween back to their neighborhood, and then they went all out and had a big festival. It was adorable.
Are you sure you didn't watch Footloose? That sounds like Footloose with extra steps.
Now there is one scary movie that we did see that was slightly scary. Young Frankenstein.
Yeah. Oh man, great movie. Great one.
That was hilarious.
That British actor that has his eyes bulging out is so funny.
He's incredible.
Oh my gosh.
That movie's great.
Igor?
Yeah, Igor, not Igor.
Not
Igor.
Igor. Oh my gosh, that movie was so funny.
There was a part during the movie where I don't know what they were talking about, but Igor just goes, this place could use a few throw pillows. Just does that.
Oh my gosh. I kind of want to watch it again. It was so funny. Oh my goodness.
Is that a Mel Brooks movie?
It is Mel Brooks, yes.
Gene Wilder, so it's going to be amazing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Gene Wilder, it's like you feel like you're not watching a spoof movie because he takes it so seriously.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I can see that. I need to watch that movie again. It's been so long. I am really excited though, because I found in my research of movies shot in Pittsburgh something you'll find really interesting, Chris. So I got to get to it though, because it's so fun. The last thing I want to mention about George Romero. He filmed a movie called The Dark Half, which was shot at Washington and Jefferson College, which is where we got pictures for my wedding with Katie. And
Yeah.
Michael Rooker, that actor who played, you know who I'm talking about, Michael Rooker?
Yeah, I do. I always get confused. Is he the blue guy in Guardians of the Galaxy? I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yep, that's him. He was in the movie.
Yeah.
He was in Pittsburgh for a while.
Nice.
There was a couple honorable mentions I wanted to bring up, and that is The Mothman Prophecies, which was shot in Pittsburgh, West Mifflin, Katanning, Bentleyville, University of Pittsburgh. That has Richard Gere, Laura Linney, Will Patton, and Deborah Messing. So pretty cool cast. Great movie to watch. It's kind of cheesy, but good. Wasn't she in Will and Grace?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
She's
why
also in Smash as well on NBC.
I didn't know that.
R.I.P. The show got canceled.
Maybe it'll come back. Who knows? Diabolique was a 1996 remake from a 1955 French movie. The original was amazing. It's such a good one. But it's shot in Squirrel Hill, Harmony, Uniontown, and it has like Sharon Stone, Kathy Bates, and a gentleman named Bingo O'Malley, who was known as Pittsburgh's finest actor, born and raised in South Oakland. He worked.
Go ahead, say it, Carissa. Just say it.
Thomas O'Malley.
The first thing I thought.
O'Malley, the
Bingo
alley.
O'Malley? But literally, he's like known as Pittsburgh's finest actor, quote unquote, because he was in so many movies. Am I getting to the good
Some may
one?
say he's a scat cat.
Here it is. So Innocent Blood, filmed in 1992, was filmed in Bloomfield in the Italian part of Pittsburgh. Director John Landis is the guy who directed it, who did Animal House, The Blues Brothers, and Spies Like Us. In that movie, he also acted in the short movie, Wrestling Isn't Wrestling.
That is the greatest short film of all time. Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. For anyone who hasn't seen it, it's 10 years old now, which is crazy. But like
so good.
It basically talking about like why wrestling is the greatest soap opera of all time, but like using women as like the main characters, like John Cena, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan. Oh my god, I can't believe you brought that up.
I know. I saw that. I was like researching all the actors, and I was like, wonder what this guy was in. He played the therapist in Wrestling Isn't Wrestling.
The therapist. Oh my gosh.
He was in for like a second. But still,
a lot of cameos.
Yeah, there's a lot of cameos. And Josh Peck was in it too.
Yes, Josh Peck was.
Oh yeah, he throws the tomatoes.
And the bricks.
And the bricks.
But we can't talk about Pittsburgh movies without mentioning Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy movie, not for the faint of heart. It was filmed in 1991 at the Carnegie Museum of Natural History, Old Allegheny County Jail, Pittsburgh International Airport, Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall, Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins, George Romero makes a cameo. But I just found out tonight, Katie just told me, and I just looked it up real quick. Somewhere in Pittsburgh, they have like the cage that the guy was being kept in somewhere on display in one of the museums. So it is still very prevalent in the Pittsburgh area because of the history behind it.
So to give Carissa some kind of like, thing about it, Dwight in The Office puts the mask, puts the face over top of his head from the CPR doll. It does like the
yes.
Rainn Wilson is in it.
No, he's not in it. I'm just saying, like, they make fun of it in The Office.
Oh, because I've actually seen Silence of the Lambs, and I didn't realize that I seen it, but I think they played it in college in one of my music classes. I took music and film, and I think they used that as an example in one of our classes, and I obviously put my head down for most of it. I listened, but I think I technically watched it.
It's a really scary one, but so the cage is at Soldiers and Sailors. I just got the update on that. So if you are in Pittsburgh, cool thing to check out for spooky Halloween.
We were just there. Soldiers and Sailors.
The parking garage.
Oh yeah,
We're at
it
the
was in
parking
Oakland.
lot.
Well, we saw the outside of the monument. We didn't go inside, but we
What-
were there.
Why were you guys in Oakland again?
John Mulaney.
That's right. Okay, that's exciting.
So good. But I'm glad Carissa got to conquer her fears because she also had to conquer another fear, which is why she's on this podcast, which is planning my 30th birthday at Kennywood Fall Fest. And I will just leave the microphone for her to take over.
You're welcome. By the way, I did. Well, it started with he wanted to go to Disney World.
Epcot.
He wanted to go to Epcot for his 30th birthday and have his whole family go. Actually, no, I said that. He said, no, it could just be me. Like, so you want to celebrate your birthday all alone in Epcot and you'd be fine with that. He was like, yep. Which I agree because he left me in Epcot by myself once.
Checks out.
But anyway, moving forward, that was not in our budget. So I thought the next best thing was Kennywood. That is more reasonable. And it was his birthday is October 16th. So that's right in the middle of Phantom. I thought it was Phantom Fright Nights. It's Phantom Fall Fest.
It is Fall Fest now, formerly known as Fright Nights.
Okay.
Don't want to scare the kids.
Right. Right. And so I couldn't get around it because that's when his birthday lies. So that immediately I was like, okay, I can do it for one day for Chris. And this will be, so normally he goes every year with like friends and whoever. And I stay back. I open up a bottle of wine and watch Halloween Town, which is my perfect spooky night. But I put on my big girl pants because at that time I think I was 31 or 32. But anyway, I'm like, I could do this for one night. And so I had planned I was going to get one of the pavilions. I was going to have a big cake, it was a surprise. So he didn't know that we were doing this. I had food, I had cake, I had decorations. I was going to make it Disney themed still. And I don't think I told you this, but like each table was going to be themed to a different park. I was going to have like a centerpiece for like representing each park in Disney World. It was going to be adorable. I say was past tense, because about 2 weeks before his birthday, the shooting happened at Kennywood and everything changed. And like their rules got more strict of what you're allowed to bring into the parks. And so I wanted to call ahead and make sure that this would still be okay. Like just bringing in food and stuff for this party because it was literally right after this had happened. And no one would answer their phone. I was calling for like 2 weeks. I was calling their human
Probably their group sales or something.
group sales, any number I could find, I was calling, and nobody would answer their
They're
phone
calling
for
their
weeks.
humans.
Yeah, human. No, I was trying to think of like something customer relations, or customer whatever.
Yeah.
Customer service. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, that's what it's called.
I don't know where humans came from, but so no one answered their phone, and so I didn't really know what to do. So we just kind of went ahead as planned, and I was driving Chris, and I did the whole thing where I don't think I blindfolded you.
No, you didn't.
I wanted to.
Don't get freaked out by it. But what happened? I don't blame her because the whole time I was
No, wait, because
I was strategizing every turn
No.
she was doing.
that's what I was gonna say. Shush! I'm telling this story.
Okay.
I have the reins, so I didn't blindfold him, but I wanted to. But literally, he knew exactly where we were going after like 3 minutes in the car. Like I got onto Route 30 and I made one left. We live in the North Huntington area, and I made the one left by the Planet Fitness, and he immediately knew what was going on. I was like, how on earth from one turn off of Route 30, like 3 minutes away from our house, he knew immediately where we were going. And but prior to that, I forget when in the day I found this out, but your mom and your sister went ahead of time because they had all the food and all the decorations, and they showed up to the park and they were like, no. Nope.
What?
They were like, not today. And I went to Christie's, your sister's, like the day before, and we were like hand making all these little sandwiches. We were preparing all of this food. We had trays of food and all this stuff. And we got there and they're like, no. Nope. You couldn't even bring in a purse. You could only bring in like a little handheld wallet if you could fit your phone in it. It was about as much as you could bring in was like a wallet the size of your phone and nothing more than that. And so I was like, all this food, I didn't know what to do with it. So they just put it in their cars. They just put it back in their cars, and we couldn't get like a pavilion or anything. And we had like his friends come. We pivoted and we made a really nice day out of it. But so everyone gathered at the front entrance for when I got there with Chris. And it was like, he still had no idea that all these people were going to be there. So it was still nice to surprise him with that. But I had it was also, the theme was also cheers and beers for 30 years.
Nice.
I got all these decorations on Amazon. It was very cute. It was really cute. I was so disappointed.
And beers and even scares.
I was so disappointed, but so we just everyone met at the front of the park, and we all surprised him. We got like a group photo, and then we all kind of like we rode a bunch of rides during the day, and then
we drank at the beer garden for a little bit, and then that's when they did the transition to the scary nighttime, and Carissa went into.
It was neat because the actors.
She went to what did you say?
Transition?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the actors all came out beforehand, and they were like mingling with the kids, and it was really nice and it was really cute. And there was this actor that I call Groot because he looked like a giant tree, even though Groot's not a tree, but he was giving Groot vibes. And they were taking pictures with the kids, and they were like talking to them, but it was all very friendly. It was all very nice. They weren't like scary. They weren't like scaring the kids or anything. It was all just like, hey, it was all very polite. And then the alarm went off.
They did the alarm.
Everything changed.
You've been watching a bunch of scary movies. What's the alarm from what movie? The Purge, where they sound off that alarm.
Or like if you live near like, or like is it the tornado sound, or is it the firehouse makes that like siren?
Yeah, because in the movie The Purge, they sound that alarm to let them know, hey, it's time to step up your game.
Did they just start like kicking kids in the face and like running around like insane people?
The minute like one person's talking to a kid, the minute it turns 6 o'clock, you're mine, motherfucker.
Oh my god, that would have been hilarious. That would have been so funny. No, they didn't do that, but there was a vibe change.
The smoke machines got extra smoky.
Yeah, all the smoke machines turned on, and I even went through one of the haunted houses. It wasn't a house though. It was the River Rapids ride.
Say it.
Oh, the Bayou.
The Bayou. Oh, did you? Don't use your cell phone in the Bayou.
My notes, real quick. My notes on here says I have all the haunted houses on here, but my one note says the Voodoo Bayou. Yes. For people who don't know, before every single haunt, there's always a guy that's there to tell you not to punch the scare people because they're not going to touch you. But they always have their own little character and their own little spin. And the Voodoo Bayou guy has a little puppet thing. And controls with his hands. And the whole time he's just like, yes, the Bayou. In the Bayou, you want to be careful with the Bayou.
I don't remember him, but I was too scared. My memory is foggy. Just because I was pretty scared for a long time after the night was over. Because I think I handled it very well. I think I handled it like an adult. You can attest to that.
You did.
But Alicia was really, oh man. Our friend Alicia, she held me the whole time. She held my hand. literally the whole time we were arm in arm. She like went ahead of me a little bit too, and she really her and Stevie,
Yeah, our
both
other
of
friend
them.
Stevie.
Yeah.
So while we're on the topic, what's your experience from the Voodoo Bayou? Because I can tell you mine from. I got 2 stories for it actually, but what's yours?
I mean, just the little puppet thing for sure. But I remember it being a little bit chintzy and being a little bit like, oh, there are the scares. Okay. Because there's nowhere you can actually like drop things or like make loud noises. It was fun though. It was a good vibe. That was pretty much it though.
I think it's cool that it's the River Rapids ride, like drained. I think that was cool. That's why I went through that one, because River Rapids rides in general are like my favorite amusement park ride of all time. It's like my favorite kind of ride. So I thought that was neat.
What is that ride called? Not the River Rapids.
Raging Rapids.
Raging Rapids.
Well,
that's what
yeah,
it is.
River Rapids is like that type of ride.
So my 2 stories about the Voodoo Bayou. Number 1, when I was in it with her and her friends were consoling her and not me, there were 2 funny things that happened. They set up like a tent area, but you had to go around the tent area to get, that's the path. And they had a sign that said, "Do not enter," because supposedly that's where the scare actors like go in for their breaks. And there was like 5 people in her group that was just like, "Let's go into the do not enter." And there was like people like, drinking Gatorade or something, just like, "What are you doing? Get out of here."
Were they like
You
chain
guys went
smoking?
in?
We're just adding to the smoke. I don't know what to. It's a fog. So that was the one funny thing about that. Carissa was reunited with her Groot.
Yeah, he wasn't nice anymore.
Yeah, he yelled at her.
He was purged.
I was very disappointed. He was purged. I was disappointed. I was like, what happened to you?
So-
You were so nice earlier.
My second story, which is going to be my biggest piece of advice for people who go to this one, Universal Fright Nights, any scare house thing that
Halloween Horror
Nights, anything that's going to be busy, get the scare pass. Like, get the pass that skips the line for everything. So what happened was Andy and I, our cousin, boy in the Burgh forever, we got the scare pass. That's right. We got the scare pass, and apparently how it works is you get a QR code. You press the one you want to go on. You get the QR code. They scan it, and you got to wait 10 minutes before you pull up the next QR code, which is a good system. Cool. So when we went on the Voodoo Bayou, I pulled up what I thought was the barcode, and it wasn't. And there was a woman working like the fast pass lane or whatever, and she's like, "Boop boop boop, sure, that worked." And we just got on, and I was just like, as soon as we went through the haunted house, I was like, "Andy, I don't think she scanned it."
Scan my giant Eagle card.
So we went to all the haunted houses that we're gonna briefly touch on, and then we finally got back, and I was like, "Andy, we have one more QR code because the QR code expires after you use it. Like, we got one more QR code. It is still the Voodoo Bayou." So we went to every haunted house and we did the Voodoo Bayou twice.
Outstanding. I love that for you.
Hold on. In 3 hours.
Impressed I am.
I
That's a really good idea.
I know. I was like, as we were waiting in line for like no more than 5 minutes, when I was like, I'm just going to drop $70. I'm just going to get the pass.
We went for Halloween a couple of years ago on Halloween night, and I think we did maybe 2 haunted houses. It took 3 hours to do 2 houses, and that was it. We had to go home.
There's no other way to do it because everyone in Pittsburgh is not going to drop that money. And God knows people, in the scariest part for Halloween for older people in Pittsburgh is using a smartphone. So they can't download the Kennywood app on their Cricket phone. So
on their Boost Mobile.
Yeah, so I have 2 advantages there. 1, I'm beating out old people, and 2, I don't have money, but I'm not afraid to whip out my credit card when it's needed.
Oh my gosh.
I do want to just circle back real quick. So you guys went to Kennywood for your birthday. It was still a great time. Did you like tailgate afterwards or something like that? What'd you do with all the food?
Oh, well, your mom, the following weekend, your mom asked your sister, and we threw Chris another little, just very intimate family party at her townhouse. And we ate
Two
the sandwiches,
parties.
and we ate sandwiches for weeks.
Yeah, I told the Kennywood people, do not let them in. I will have a second birthday.
Oh my gosh.
I am worth it.
Now, that's a good question because I forgot what we did with the food for a hot minute.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it just sat in their cars, and if you're wondering if that was safe for the food and then we ate it again afterwards, probably not. But we're all still here.
For weeks afterwards. I'm glad you're alive. That's a good thing.
Well, I'm 33 now, so obviously it's still okay.
That was 3 years ago?
That was 3 years ago.
We still have some sandwiches in our fridge.
They're right next to the oh gosh, never mind. I had a joke and I lost it. Sorry.
So I do have to say something real quick. I was going through the research of all the haunted houses they have this year, and I was going through them, and they have a new one called Detached. So it's supposedly like a toy shop owner that went a little deranged and mad, and I tried looking up walkthroughs. There was no good walkthrough videos. It's, probably same stuff. Drop a window, and just all that. But Kennywood's been really getting into themes lately. So there's like that one. Malice in Wonderland is a themed one, which I got a funny story about that. But the point I want to get to is they removed the Villa of the Vampire to put in that Detached one.
No, that was one of my favorites.
That was the only haunted house I've ever led a group because I had enough drinks in me. And I was just the first one in line, like, all right, let's go. And let me tell you what, if you go in with so much confidence, man, they don't bother you at all.
No, they want the low-hanging fruit, people that they know are going to scream. Carissa.
That's me. I know where I stand.
But so that's Detached. I don't know much about it, but I do know a lot about Villa of the Vampire, which was probably the first haunt I've ever done at Kennywood because it terrified me the first time. It was super dark. I thought it was, if the lights were turned on, you'd be like, oh, this is the worst painting I've ever seen in my life. But like, there are like flames or whatever, like painted on the walls and everything. But, what's your experience? I don't know where I'm trying to go with this. Like, I just know it was a good theme and it was scary.
I remember that one had there was like a vampire or a woman in a lake, but the lake was like all blacked out, but it had like this weird bioluminescence about it. And you just saw this like woman, like just dressed in like a black, like wedding gown, just like walking around it. And I don't know why that always stuck with me. That it always freaked me the heck out. So that's my biggest memory of that one.
I don't mean to debunk that, but that was Kennyville Cemetery.
I got the wrong one, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's the one that's close to the entrance, right?
Yes, that's the one that's close to the entrance. And you basically walk around. There are sometimes it is freezing outside. What is their secret? Because she is in the water.
She is, and she nails it every time. Man.
Explain this, because I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay,
Explain the character.
Let's wrap up Villa of the Vampire, and then we'll get to Kennyville Cemetery. So
what? Say it again. What? There it is. She doesn't like it either.
Oh my god! Thank God we have video now.
Oh, Eliza's passed out.
Our dog's
over here.
Our dog's sleeping. We're not going to touch her.
No,
It's a good call.
So Villa of the Vampire, super dark. It's basically where the Penny Arcade is. So it's very much in close quarters the entire time you're walking through. I think that kind of adds to the anxiety and having to go through like the refrigerator curtains that you just kind of push out of the way.
Yep, I remember that one now. Okay. And it's like literally looks like a little castle on the outside of it.
Yes. So that's gone. It's retired now.
Wow, that's been there for a while. Okay.
Good riddance.
Now they have Detached, the millennial story.
So basically, the Raging Rapids one, that's an outdoor one. Villa of the Vampire, an indoor one. and now we're at Kennyville Cemetery, an outdoor one. Let me just say, I do like the variety of being outdoors and indoors. I like that.
I do too. I liked going to, I don't know if they have, just correct me on this one. Kittyland always had like 1 or 2 haunted houses, but just the aesthetic of Kittyland, walking around it, and it's all like shrouded in darkness and cobwebs and stuff, horrifying.
Oh, we'll talk about that one. That's called Dark Shadows. That's a fun one.
Okay.
It's my favorite. So Kennyville Cemetery, it is outdoors. You do kind of follow a dirt path throughout the entire thing. They tell you not to step on the grass, and don't punch the scare actors. And you basically just walk through, and it's outdoor. And you know how you said there's nothing to like drop when you're outside. They force you to like walk through like these tunnels that have like the windows clearly right there. Even if you know it's still there, they still drop it and you still jump every single time.
Checks out. Makes sense.
Man. And then there's a section where you loop back and you have to go back through the tunnel on the other side. You're like, there's no way they're going to get me twice. Boom. So basically it's themed to a cemetery, as in the name. And the woman, there's a fountain. I don't know how to describe it. There's many fountains at Kennywood, but it's basically towards like the front of the park if you make like that immediate left. But there is a fountain that's like up there.
Oh,
and
yeah. Okay.
And that's where the woman just kind of walks through it, and she's bioluminescent and everything. You are right. It is probably the greatest thing Fright Night has ever performed.
That, I mean, just the scare factor, and then aren't your feet cold?
Yeah, someone should. It's funny because you can ask a scare actor, just be like, "Are you cold?" They'll be like, "Shut up."
Oh my gosh.
All right, keep going. Keep talking.
Yeah. Real quick, I'll take a detour from the houses for a second, because I'm starting to realize when you talk about houses, there's not much to talk about other than it scared you. So the scare zones. How about the scare zones? Like the one is the clown scare zone, right where
yeah.
No thanks.
Right where the kangaroo is. That's a lot of fun.
I always call those different levels of the map. Like, because you know, like in a video game, as you're making your way through, it's like each little town you go to is a different story. It's like, oh, the clown one's great though. It's so freaky.
No, that was my limit. I went through one of the scare zones.
I was just about to ask you which one. Oh,
I feel
how do you
like
remember?
It was near. I feel like it was near the water. I feel like it was towards the back. I'm trying to remember what the theme was.
I think it was the zombie area in
was it
old
zombies?
Kennywood.
By the executioner.
There was like there's like the big water, and then there's like a pathway around it. Like I feel like it was in that area.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the theme, but I remember like I was just like, okay. It was all like open, like it wasn't like you go inside.
Now, was there
somewhere.
a porta-john that had a door open, squirting water at you?
I don't remember being squirt with water.
That was water?
Yeah, right. It was just a scare actor in there. I had to go. I had to go sporadically.
No.
That one always freaked me out as a kid because whenever we were younger, there was always toilet paper flowing around for some reason. Like they went all out. Like you thought you were in a zombie apocalypse walking through there. It was really good. I don't know if it's that good now, but it was good back in the day.
When did we run into
our friend Alex? So
was she in a scare zone?
She was in a scare zone, and she actually went up to me and my cousin, and we didn't even realize it, and she didn't realize it either. It was very funny.
Alex.
We found it after the fact.
Alex Swartz. She's the one that's the actress.
That's right. She was in that show you guys did in Greensburg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was that show called?
Wedding Singer.
The
Wedding Singer.
The Wedding Singer. That's right. I was Glenn Gulia.
Oh my. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. I was gonna do a cup thing that you did, but let's not worry about that. Continue.
Yeah. let's not worry about it. So
Was that the same scare zone?
it was the same scare
Okay.
zone. She
I
just
was like,
kind of
maybe
came.
I did too.
She just kind of came up to us. She was like, "Hey, what are you guys talking about?" And we're like,
She
"Ah."
was like a. I feel like she was like a doll.
She was
Like
a
a
doll.
zombie doll.
So clowns, zombies. What else we got?
Western.
Western. Where was that at?
There's a Western section
Really?
because it's kind of like, oh, where's the area? It's like kind of by the Kennyville stage, but you got to like walk past in that little narrow way, and there's always like a person. There's like a giant horse always there, and just like, you know, people always scaring you. There's a porta john that's open, and it's
It's the one shtick they have. No, I remember that
They're
now.
like, why does every scare zone have a porta john?
They're very
It's
spooky.
isn't it like in those rows where you can play games and stuff like that, and at the end of the row is the potato patch?
Yes, I think it is. Yes.
Those ones are good. I totally forgot about those.
Yeah. So those are the 3 scare zones that I can know off the top of my head. I didn't research it. I just know, you know, because I'm like that. So
What is before I even ask anything, what else you got? What else are we gonna say?
okay, the Dark Shadows was like my favorite haunted house because it's kind of like a maze. It's dark almost the entire time, and I don't know why I enjoyed that. Just trying to find a way out. But my favorite part is they have these blow up things that just are together like this,
Yes.
and you have to go through it. I call it the butthole. So you have to go into the butthole and walk through it. And people who are claustrophobic are like, I don't like this. I'm like, bet I'm going in. And I just go into the butthole, and then you birth yourself. You finally get to the end. You're just like, yeah. You find your way
I'm
out.
so glad you guys are filming this now.
So that's probably my favorite part, is going through the butthole, and you get to the end, and then it's just like a maze the entire time, and you're just trying to find your way out. You're bumping into walls. They got the refrigerator curtain. You're just going through. Someone scares you. You're like, shut up, I'm figuring this out. And it is just, it is my favorite. There is no theme. It's just dark. That's all there is.
I always thought, because I did that one. Now that you say it, it's all coming back to me. My first thought was, it's October in Pittsburgh. It's cold. It's rainy usually. Everyone has some type of cold going on. How much snot do you think was like rubbed up against that butthole thing?
So much. You get to the end of the butthole, it's just like, there's a porta john.
You know, on an unrelated topic, you would really enjoy a weighted blanket, Chris. Just throwing that out there.
This blanket reminds me of good times.
Oh my
Well, so that's the Dark Shadows. Other ones, real quick. Malice in Wonderland. I went into that one. That one is in the Kennywood. Sorry, not Kennywood. It is Kennywood. That is in the Steelers area.
Oh, okay. Is it a disappointment like the Steelers area?
Yeah. But well, I mean, I just got in easily. There was no defense. Like I just walked right in.
Easily walked 300 yards.
I was like, I'm a tight end. Like, just throw it to me.
Outstanding.
Man. Sorry. Steelers talk, Carissa.
Is that why I immediately tuned out?
Yes, that is why you immediately
I don't do it on purpose.
So
It's a subconscious effect.
I went into that haunt with a couple drinks in me. And this is one of the times I was with Andy. And
Some liquid courage.
Every haunt, I had a couple drinks of me.
so I was just standing there, and the woman's giving you the instructions. Don't punch the actors. The actors won't punch you. And then all of a sudden, someone drops a thing, goes, bah! And this is about like the 100th time I heard a window drop at this point. Everyone jumped except for me, because I had a couple drinks in me, and I've heard windows drop 100 times. And the woman goes, I like you.
And you went, thanks. I do too.
But
gosh.
as you imagine, it was very Alice in Wonderland themed. You went throughout. There was someone who was having a mad tea party. And yeah,
Was he going mad?
that was it. He was mad. There was a porta-john also.
His tea was ayahuasca.
But you haven't heard of Malice in Wonderland or anything, right?
No,
You
unfortunately
see
not.
Malice in Wonderland?
Malice in Wonderland. That's what
Oh, okay.
But I think the one crazy thing Kennywood did a long time ago, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago when it first opened, they charged you to go into that certain haunted house.
For Malice in Wonderland?
Yes, I don't know if that's true, but I do remember something like that. Like, it's going to be so popular, we're going to charge people. And yeah, I don't know.
You said it best earlier. What Pittsburgh is going to pay extra for anything?
Exactly. I'm sure that year the scare actors were just sitting on their phones the whole time because they're like, "Are we open?" Like, no one paid to come here.
Oh man.
I feel like that's always a fail when places try to predict what's going to be the most popular.
You know what is the most popular in Pittsburgh, though, right?
What?
The Bayou. Oh,
The Bayou. I thought you were going to go a different way. I thought you were going to talk about Noah's Ark being the most popular one.
That's a really good one. That one's really, really good. Did you ride that one?
I did not, and I should have, because
What?
it wasn't advertised this year, but usually they have. I think that's another one they charge too. They turn off all the lights, and it's a ride that rocks back and forth the whole time, like you're going to die.
And as you've said, you had a couple drinks in you, so that probably wouldn't have went well.
I ended up punching through the glass where the little tiger was.
It's like, that guy scared me. It's a mirror, you punch it.
All of a sudden, you look where the bouncy head is at the top of the arc. I'm like, ah! I'm Noah!
But no, you got a good point. That is a really that's a classic. I think it's been a spooky classic for a long time, and man, it's a great one. I always rode that when I was in town.
If they want to bring the horror back in it, bring back the original ending of almost flooding the place and then letting people out at the last second. That's how it used to end originally.
The ride or the haunted house?
The ride. You would get packed into this room and be like, "Don't worry, we're safe here." And then all these alarms go off and water starts like filling up.
Oh my god!
And then, not at your feet, but in a viewing area.
It's like you'd be wet.
And then like the walls started like coming at you, and water started spewing out of the walls. And then they opened the door and was like, "Get out! It's over."
I am still afraid of ships because of that.
It was traumatizing.
I believe it. That sounds
the 90s. Am I right?
What a time to be alive.
Last one I'll kind of breeze over is the Shady Grove Hospital, which is a very fun one. It's hospital themed, as you imagine. People are doing a surgery and it's not going well. They're holding like organs. Like, where does this go? Like,
it's for UPMC Shady Side.
Well, see, JJ, what happened was I had a couple drinks in me, and I just walked through.
They said, "Here, hold this." It's a head.
Was there a porta-john?
There was no porta-john this time. There was just, I don't know, it was just a guy's penis was peeing. That didn't happen.
Man, you did so good.
So, have you gone into that?
Into what? There's a lot that just happened in that sentence.
Have you gone into Shady Side Hospital?
Seen the doctors like, "Oh, what do I do?" Oh, I haven't ridden that one. I've never actually heard of that one. Where is it located?
Oh, great question. It is actually, I think it's kind of like the second Kittyland one.
Oh, okay.
But so some of the rides, people who are going ask questions. And what I mean by that is sometimes I keep calling it like the lightning lane or whatever, but like the speedy pass lane or whatever is sometimes in an area that you're just like, No, that's like 2 miles away from the haunt. Like, it's true. It's for that haunt. You just gotta go there and ask questions. They'll be annoyed. They've been asked all night. So you just gotta ask them. That's all.
That makes sense. Make it a good experience. Did you ride? Were any rides open late at night?
Oh yeah, the rides were open. I rode the new spinner ride, which supposedly was the first of its kind, called Spinvasion. To which I was meeting Andy at Kennywood that night, and he texted me and he said, "Where are you?" And I said, "I'm in line for the new Kennywood hit Spinvasion." And he texted me back, "What the hell is Spinvasion?"
Where is that one at?
So that one is in the alien themed area now. It basically used to be where I don't want to mislead you, but it was either where the volcano or King Kahuna used to be, I think.
Are those gone?
Oh, they've been gone, brother.
Wow. Last time I was at Kennywood, you and I went in like March for the big food day that they did. But it was
yeah,
3 years ago or something.
No, we went for the opening pass holder day before it opened to the public.
That's right. We had some good barbecue and stuff, but I think it was still there at that time.
Her and I went to the Bites and Pints. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
Nice. Okay. You guys usually do that every year, don't you?
We just did it the once.
Yeah. It was the one time I had my annual pass and then I never renewed it.
Fair enough. That's totally fair.
But I do want to finish off by saying a new thing they're doing. And this is not sponsored or anything, but they're doing a new thing on October 31st and November 1st. Ghostwood Estate Open House.
Oh.
So you're not riding the ride, you're walking through it.
That's cool. That's really,
Yep.
really cool.
The description: Lord Kenneth Ghostwood invites you to explore his esteemed estate like never before. The Halloween weekend, abandon the buggy and ghost blaster and travel on foot through the dark, winding halls and elaborate rooms of Kennywood's most haunted hideaway, with only a flashlight to guide your group. Beware, there are more than just the typical unwanted spirits lurking in the shadows. You never know who or what will be waiting for you. Survive your visit to tell the tale of this exclusive experience or spend an eternity with Lord Kenneth Ghostwood.
You turn the corner. You pick up your flashlight. There's a porta-john.
I was just like, this is the third time I've been thrice.
That sounds like a lot of
You know
fun.
what I'm thinking of, Chris?
I know.
Thrice. What
Thrice
is it?
I have been porta-john.
No, the oh hello joke.
Yes.
My 3 false possums. Can I ask a question for both of you?
Yeah.
When was the last time you were at the Phantom? Did you go this year, the Phantom Fall Fest?
I did not go this
I
year.
don't think you did.
I went last year. And also I'm sure the roller coasters are open except for the Steelers one, because Steelers one, much like our defense, always breaks down. So I don't know if it was consistent this year, but I don't know. So I didn't go this year, and you said the last time you went to Kennywood was with me during the pass holder day. But
Yeah.
when's the last time you went to Fright Night?
It's been at least 6 years.
And nothing's really changed. So I mean, except for those 2 attractions, those 2 haunts.
And
Do they change? They don't change them every year?
Nope, they're pretty much the same every year.
Yeah, I mean, everything he said, except for maybe one, sounds exactly the same. But I mean, not in a bad way. It's
No.
consistency is always
I was
good.
just.
But yeah, it's been at least 6 years, and so it's been a while since I've done anything like that. There is something down here. So Camp Lejeune is the big Marine base in Jacksonville where I work at, and there's a Marine that opened this thing called a zombie shoot, and you get a paintball gun with paintballs, and you're told, okay, go run, and you go through a maze, and you get to shoot zombies the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
That is incredible. I was listening to a podcast, and there are haunted car washes
What?
where where you go into the thing and there's just scare actors in the car wash the whole time. No. And apparently, like, someone said the most disturbing thing they saw was one of the guys just licking his window.
Nope. No.
I mean, it's clean, right?
Yeah.
I'm okay. I feel like you'd have a lot of, like, ghost tours where you are, JJ. I feel like it's so historical.
So many ghost tours. It's all in downtown Wilmington, and the further into the country you go, the more it's like, I think there's one called like the Wild Hare Rescue or something, where you walk through the woods and people just jump out and scare you around like the swamp areas, and you got to watch out for snakes and alligators.
Oh my god!
And those aren't scare actors.
Nope, not paid actors.
Hey, look, an alligator! Snap, snap, snap! And all of a sudden, it's just like, ugh!
You're not supposed to touch.
No, thank you.
Wasted.
It's okay. I'll reload.
Respawn.
Yeah, I really want to go back to Fright Night. Maybe we'll plan that sometime in the future to go again, because I would love to go back. But I'm really happy they're still going strong. It's good to see.
They are going strong, and man, the one day I went, it was so busy. It was a line to get in, and it was a real shame because they were doing that policy you were talking about, Carissa, where they had to have like a small purse, and it was so busy. People were parking at like the top of the hill. Did you know Kennywood goes like this? There's preferred parking. You go up a hill and there's another parking where there's escalators. And then there's another hill that you could go up. And some people were told, yeah, you can't bring your purse in. You got to climb back to the top of that hill, put it back in your car, and come back down. And stand back in this line again.
They don't have that ski lift anymore, do they?
Nope. It's gone.
Yeah, probably because people were being idiots and like trying to jump off it or something.
Yeah, right. So that's the only thing. I think if they could get, the town under control, raise the ticket prices. Screw it. Like, raise the ticket prices even higher. Make him more angry and make him go less.
Charge $100, but each person gets the fast pass. That way, everybody's special, just like everybody else.
No, we're not doing that.
That's crazy because the first time we went to Disney World, the ticket prices I thought were like $120 per park for like one day, which is crazy to me. The cost of Kennywood compared to the cost of Disney World, like they're getting there, and I don't think it's worth it.
No,
it's Kennywood. And they're like asking for almost Disney World prices. That's insane to me.
But what Kennywood, I think, is doing is they're, one, getting rid of riffraff, and two, like the people that are smart that go on like AAA.com that are members can like get the tickets for like 50% off anyways.
Nice plug.
Yep, I know, right? And like, or used to get tickets at Giant Eagle also, but I don't think they do that anymore. But you could get tickets online. That's all they're trying to get people to do.
I remember going to Giant Eagle with Mom to get our tickets for the Kennywood days for high school.
I know, right? I don't think they do that anymore. They're just like, no, take this Porta-John and squirt your face.
Download the app. Well, what does that mean?
My Cricket phone doesn't do it. Oh, shoot. But, all right. We're coming to the top of the hour. So is there anything else you want to add about this wonderful night of mystic and scares?
I was taken for till the next day after I did that. I was so I had anxiety for 2 days after that. I'm so bad with that stuff. So I will not be doing it again, but I'm glad I was able to share my memories.
That was fun. Thank you for being on the show. Definitely appreciate that. And
thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I would say don't smash people's pumpkins. Don't be rude. Don't do that.
That happened to me. It was very rude. I was really
squirrels?
upset. No, it was not the squirrels.
They were like...
It was hooligans. But I get really intense about my pumpkins. And so I spent a lot of time carving them. And I think this was at my parents' house. This was back in Percy. And someone came and smashed everyone's pumpkins. And I was like, Why?
So rude. So rude.
I know.
Go watch some spooky movies. Go enjoy spooky season, because Mariah Carey is unfrosting or
Oh,
defrosting.
yeah,
And something's coming soon. So enjoy the spooky season.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I heard Saturday. I
Yep.
heard Christmas is coming Saturday.
Nope.
There's our
Nope.
local-
We're going to Kennyville. We're going to the Kennywood Manor. Whatever the hell I just said it was called. The Ghostwood Estates on November 1st, because that Kennywood is open one more day of frights.
Get it. Get the frights.
Get the frights. You guys have Halloween Day. You got November 1st, and you just listened to us, and you know to go to Kennywood. So I've been Chris.
And I told you all the good spooky movies to watch about Pittsburgh. So go watch them. I'm JJ. Have a great night.
And you are.
I'm Carissa.
And we'll see yins real soon.